query system is a collection of different question trees, each of which on a different aspect of story creation and development. For example, you can go into story forming, which is creating the basic underlying dramatic structure, and concentrate on character, plot, or theme. Just click on any of the buttons, and the appropriate list of questions will appear at left. Or you can go into story encoding, which is illustrating the story points that you created in your structure. Or, if you're an inspirationist writer who likes to do the storytelling first and follow the muse, and then fine and refine the structure, you'll go here first, put all of your material down in the software, and then go to story forming in order to find the structure in what you've already written. And for both kinds of writers, story weaving allows you to work out your exposition plan for how your story will unfold for your audience. There are many more question paths than these 9 basic ones, however, and the query system will work with just about any style of creative writer. When you get down to the actual questions themselves, there's a lot of support material available through the Help View buttons, an explanation in more detail of what the question is really asking, dramatic theory as to what this particular story point is really going to do, usage to show you a specific example of it in the real world, any storytelling you may have done elsewhere for this story point already, so inspirationists can do their storytelling elsewhere, can do it first, and then come here to make the dramatic choice for structure based on the words they've already written. A Help button to tell you how to use this particular window, definitions of any term you would select so you get a better idea of what it's really telling you you're choosing, context to show some short one-line scenarios of that particular term used in a hypothetical dramatic situation, and the Stories button, which allows you to compare this choice to all the other stories in the Dramatica story examples that have, in this case, a steadfast main character or a change main character. With all of this help material and all of the different question paths available, the Dramatica query system is a great place to develop your story without having to rely on knowing a lot about how the software works or knowing where to go next. Use the Dramatica query system creatively. Bop around from list to list to list. You don't have to finish anything. You don't have to stay in one place. Just look for the questions in which you're interested, answer a few of those, and go somewhere else where you're interested now. As you do, you can chart your progress by looking at these progress bars underneath each of these buttons. They'll tell you how much of each stage of story creation you've completed in each of these key 3 aspects of story. And, eventually, the number of story forms that started out as 32,768 will get down to 1, alerting you to the fact that you have one complete structure that is the only structure that will support all of the dramatics you've decided you want in your story. When that happens, the story forming bar will be completely darkened in, and as you then illustrate each of those story points in your structure, the storytelling bar will darken in as well. Because of its versatility and all of the different writing styles it supports, the Dramatica query system is perhaps the most comfortable environment for every writer to work out the story structure and the storytelling.